So we're back to the overworld. And the lava has drained, or the acid has drained out of here. So we just gotta kill one Metroid and then we can get back to business. These next couple Metroids are what I like to call filler Metroids. They serve really no purpose in progressing the game except that you have to kill them to progress the game. But we don't see any more of SR388, there's no item collection. We see a couple of new enemies like the flying octopus thing. And me being a terrible shot. So this section was a little bit longer than it needed to be, but what else is new? Such is the fun of Metroid 2. Now, I think some of these areas are a little superfluous. Actually, this area in particular. Well, not this specific area. Another area later on where we have to kill two more filler Metroids in this update. I'm thinking that maybe this is kind of this section was introduced as sort of a means to say, hey, you don't have to backtrack. So we couldn't be so lucky with an Alpha Metroid, so we have to fight another Gamma. And after pumping 10 missiles into its brain, it goes kaput. So after that pointless romp through SR388, we now have to kill two more Metroids. Backtrack yet again. What's interesting is that I don't think the acid ever drains out of this area. Which I think is kind of dumb when you think about it. I mean, come on. There was just an earthquake, and usually when there's an earthquake, the stuff drains. Oh well. It's not like it's that big of a deal anyway, but it would make it a lot easier. Just go into the morph ball and roll under all these fools. I probably could have done that and taken maybe 100 damage. So the acid in this area didn't drain like we would expect it to. So, all that's left is to backtrack. But where do we go, Akari? I'm sure you're wondering. We have to backtrack to the place we just were at. I'm sure you remember that spot where that thing was floating over it and there was acid. That acid is now drained. Back to the morph ball maze, which is really simple. And so, with the area drained, now we have a new spot to explore. With more of this ridiculous, quote-unquote, music. Sounds like somebody's cell phone is broken or something. Or somebody left the microwave on. I just get hit by these little things a ridiculous amount of times. It's not even funny. So, this section and the one after it are pretty pointless. The little floaty things there are platforms that I can stand on, like you saw there briefly. But when you have the space jump, there's really no need for that. I don't know if they were put in there to assist the player, if they were an obstacle. I just have no idea. So, in no time at all, we take care of that Alpha Metroid. One Metroid to go before we get some actual game progression. Because people really like to hear the sound of space jump over and over and over again. It's kind of like Peter with the saran wrap on the couch. He makes a really loud noise, but it doesn't annoy him because he's the one making the noise. I guess when you're playing the game, you kind of tune it out. But still. Okay, see, dick enemy placement. And that's the first first time we've seen that kind of enemy. Kinda some SR-388 Triceratops. And once again, my stubbornness overrides my sensibilities, and I just keep shooting at that thing until it dies. So, same kind of platforms, except this time they disappear and reappear. Yippee. Again, completely and utterly pointless, because we have the space jump. I suppose they wanted to make this game beatable without space jump, but if you don't have space jump, you don't deserve to beat the game. Trying to get myself away from the acid there. Take a free missile up, refill. And there, we're back at 190 missiles. And we get our next little earthquake. And now we run to the area where we should have gone initially. I don't know why they had to just drop 3 more Metroids in there. I guess just to piss you off and confound you. Because I do remember that when I was younger, I had a hard time finding these things. It turns into a very... Metroid 2 becomes a very aggravating game of hide and seek when you don't know where the Metroids are. I mean, honestly, the game would be almost more fun if it was just you inside of Samus's ship, gunning down Metroids with a turret. I don't understand why, if it's such a big deal, why don't they just... If killing all the Metroids is important, why not bomb the planet from space? I mean, do you want to kill all the Metroids and then terraform the planet? Well, crap load of good that does you with the X-parasites floating around thanks to Samus. But of course we don't have to worry about that until Metroid 4. Okay, so once again we go back from whence we came. Kill those things, which took forever to kill with our original blaster. Now we're just plasma beaming everything in sight. Missiles are essentially useless except against Metroids, because the plasma beam is faster and kills everything, and has infinite ammo. There's some kind of weird SR-388 bird, a couple of weird SR-388 pelicans. I'm sorry, weird SR-388 bats are those things. I'm sure they have a name, but I don't care. So physics doesn't matter in this game. Either that or that rock was wedged in there good. That's a SR-388 Firefly. I don't know what the official name is. And again, I don't care. Because it looks like a firefly.